no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me.
Hey, what's up out there, family and friends? It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, coming to you on a special edition of Sunday night. I hope everybody's having a wonderful afternoon. I hope your weekend has been blessed and full of pleasures. Let me see. I see eyes starting to appear. Who's hungry tonight? Let me know you're out there. For all my replayers, give me about a minute and a half as I share this out to all my social media outlets. I'm starting to see eyes. Y'all come on, let me know who's out there. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. I had to make sure my mic was on. Holla at your boy out there. Let me see who's out there. Starting to see eyes coming on. I hope everybody's having a prosperous Sunday. Hope everybody, your family is doing well in the midst of a pandemic. I hope you are prospering in the midst of a pandemic. It's not our goal to only survive during a pandemic. It's our goal to strive during this pandemic. If you're just joining, I see more eyes joining in. If you're just joining, please hit your boy up. Let me know who's out there. Let me know who's out there. I see eyes adding up. And I'm about to share this one more place. All right, family and friends, let's get to it. Hey, I'm asking if you're out there, please share this, like this, host watch parties for me. And as you begin to pop on here, please say what's up. Let me know who's out there. I see you. What's up, Carrie? Thank you for joining us out to get into something. What's up, Rajetta or Taylor? I don't know which one it is, but thank y'all for joining me. If you would, please share host watch parties as we get into this thing tonight. My goal is not to be here long, but I want to come in here on episode number 29 of Awaken Your I Am. Hey, Elkie, thank you for joining us. This Awaken Your I Am series has been phenomenal. I got to tell you, I have learned more the last 29 episodes of my own stuff. Like now I've gotten to where if I'm not listening to the Coach and the Connector on Thursday mornings, then I'm pretty much listening to either Bridging the Nations or I'm listening to these Awaken My I Ams in the gym right now, man. I'm telling you right now that just based on me listening and filtering this, my life has improved tremendously. And I can tell you that the stories that I'm getting back from people that have consistent this Awaken Your I Am. Hey, what's up? What's up, Lewis? Thank you for joining. People that has been watching this Awaken Your I Am. Hey, what's up, Mom? Their lives are changing. And I can see the fire in the people that are watching it. So if you're not a consistent person to Motivational Mondays, I know I'm popping in here just by the spur of the moment tonight, but if you're not consistent with Motivational Mondays and Bridging the Nations on Thursdays, I challenge you to do so because people's lives are really being changed. And tonight, it would be no different. Tonight, I am going to talk about for a brief moment, Awaken Your I Am, living in harmony. Living in harmony. I'm going to break bread before this was over. 2 weeks ago on my Motivational Monday, I did the power of I am. I have been called. And I talked about the difference between being called and being chosen, man. It was absolutely off the chain. I can see my YouTube people chiming into this conversation. It was absolutely off the chain. The difference between I've been called or have I been chosen. You got to go back and listen to both of those because this is going to come off the heels of that. Live for harmony. It's so many of us right now in the midst of a pandemic, so many of us right now in the midst of everything that's going on in this world that we're struggling, trying to understand where our lot is in life. We're trying to figure out, where do I fit in this world like a puzzle? Where do I fit in this world like a glove on my hand? And we're struggling and we're trying many different things, trying to find the perfect fit. What's up, O? Thank you for joining us. Got more YouTubers out there. We're trying to figure out where we fit in this world. We're trying, and we're going over here. We're trying this and we're trying that, and we got a best friend that's doing this, and we got another friend that's doing that. Hey, Tina, and all we're trying to do is find out where we fit into this world. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I talked about being called. Even if you've been called, you're in a better position than this world system. And if you have been chosen, have you the simple thing? What determines if I'm chosen is how I answer the call. And if you are chosen, you better believe that you're always in a prime spot, that nothing going on in this earth can stop you. But the goal of every individual while on earth is to live in harmony. We see people that have heart attacks, and we see people that have mental distress. Most of this is not because of necessarily of what they're eating. It can cause some of it because when people don't have vision, they perish. It could be some of it, but most of it is because there's not harmony within themselves. You better awaken your I am. There's not oneness. Oh yeah, and I like that word there. There's not oneness with who God called me to be. I'm gonna break bread before this is over. Ladies and gentlemen, I am telling you, if you can stick with me 35 minutes, your life will be changed forever. I'm believing in this season that God has given me a word in my mouth that is meant to produce fruit. I'm telling you the stories I'm getting back. I'm telling you what I'm seeing in my own life. I'm telling you this stuff works if we work it. I just broke bread. Nothing by chance just happens. We're not living our life believing from miracle to miracle. I'm not living from miracle to miracle because the great I am lives on the inside of me. If God lives on the inside of me, why am I living for a miracle? I'm not living, and truth be told, you should not be living from miracle to miracle. The great I am lives on the inside of you. What's up, Ryan? Thank you for joining in here. The great I am lives on the inside of me. I'm not looking for a miracle. I have to become one. I'm going to break bread before this is over, Ryan. You better let them know out there, I am going to break bread, Elkin, before this is over. I have to become one with myself. The only problem with man, and see, if we go to a lot of these religious places where they tell us that sin is this and sin is that, and we go to the worldly system where they tell us that the universe is responding. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see how I want to put this. Help me. The only challenge or the only deficiency in any man's life is understanding where his life fits. Oh, let me say it this way. The one challenge in a man's life is not understanding who he is through the great I am. That's the only challenge in a man's life. The only challenge in your life right now. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Derek. Thank you for joining us. What's up, Catherine? The only challenge in any man's life is becoming what God created that person to become. That's why I said we got to strive for oneness. I got to strive for oneness, my body, my spirit, and my mind. My spirit is the kind of I am that matches the great I am. We got to strive for oneness with our whole body. I can't be the motivational teacher to the masses in front of this camera and then go upstairs and treat my wife like she's not a part of me, like she didn't come from my rib. I can't be the motivational teacher to the masses in front of this camera and then out there in the clubs and the strip clubs every Saturday night. I got to strive for oneness. What I say with this tongue lines up with the tongue in my shoes. We got to strive for oneness in our life. You got to awaken your I am. Harmony. Somebody need to say that right there in the box. Harmony. We have to strive for harmony. Oneness with ourselves. Give you a good story. Hey, Jacqueline, thank you for joining us. The great I am lives on the inside of me. You better say that. The great I am does live on the inside of you. And matter of fact, greater is he that's on the inside of you. I'm saying, if Jacqueline, you done sent me on another rant. If greater lives on the inside of me, why is all my talk negative about the coronavirus? Jackie, you sent me here. If greater lives on the inside of me, why is all my talk negative about this economy? If greater lives on the inside of me, why do I feel like I'm insufficient to accomplish what God has given me in my imagination to fulfill? Greater lives on the inside of me. I appreciate that, Ryan. Hey, Tanya, thank you for joining us tonight. You got to awaken your I am. I'm going to break bread right now. Story has it. I got to set this up so we can see a picture of what it means to be in harmony with ourselves. So we can see a picture of what harmony looks like when my body, my mind, and my spirit are all on one accord, ladies and gentlemen. We can do exploits. No longer just, listen, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why it's taking me so long to set this up. I think somebody need this right here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's not only our mission in life to survive. I want you right now to start tearing down your survival mindset that I am here just to make it. You're supposed to have more in store. You're the head and not the tail. You got to get out of this survivalist mindset. You were meant to thrive. The great I am lives on the inside of you. You and the great I am, you are one. You got to get out of this broke, busted, and disgusted mindset. You are greater than every situation on this earth. You are greater than the coronavirus right now. You are greater than the GDP right now. That's why you need your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, to help you realize your human capital. Hey, motivational teacher to the masses, what do you do? Yeah, I help people realize their human capital. The most important capital to God is human capital. It's not the GDP. It's not the dollar versus the yen. The most important capital is to make sure that every eye looking at me are able to maximize what God is giving them on the inside. See, right there, somebody need to shout. Right there, somebody need to run, because if you're sitting here looking at me, you've been planted here because God wants you to maximize your I am. I just broke bread. You should want to maximize your I am. My boy Ryan just chimed in this conversation. You just served bread again. If the great I am live inside me, why am I so negative about my insufficiencies? You better say that, Ryan, because I'm gonna tell you, I still ain't got the one line on my note, Ryan. Because let me say this, and this is for everybody out there. My favorite book, the Bible says, "Let the weak say what? I am strong." All it's saying is that you got to work on your I am. The only reason, boy, I am about to break bread. Get your notepads together. The only reason you have inefficiencies is because you say you have inefficiencies. The only reason why we're in lack because we say we're like, I ain't never got enough money at the end of the month. I can't hardly do this. Every time I do this, the only reason we have those is because we speak that into our own lives. You better awaken your I am. Don't you know that you are a creator? Boy, I'm gonna break bread tonight. You are a creator. Tanya, you and I communicated back and forth on this today. I've started awakening my I am from her hibernation. She's about to be a beast. She ain't about to be a beast, Tanya. She is a beast. Not about to. Because you have awakened it, you don't have to wait to see the manifestation before you see it. You got to say it before you see it. She is a beast. She ain't about to be. If you could sit here with me for 40 minutes, I know you're a doggone beast. And I know the world better be afraid. If you could sit here and listen to the motivational teacher to the masses for 40 minutes, the world better doggone be afraid. Because the world, boy, whatever I loose in heaven is loosed on earth, and whatever I bind on earth is bound in heaven. I am speaks and live through me, man. I'm going to break bread before this is over. You got to understand your creative ability. When I am one, when I am in harmony with who God created me to be, I can speak to the mountain and say, be cast into the sea, and the mountain got to move. Why? Because I'm speaking it all in harmony, ladies and gentlemen. I can't speak to the mountain today, then tomorrow. Oh, man, why that mountain ain't gone? I don't care if the mountain there, the mountain move, it don't move it there 20 years from now, that mountain is gone. Why? Because I already spoke to it. I don't have to speak to the mountain. I don't have to speak to the mountain every day. I don't have to go talk to that. I don't even have to look and see if the mountain I can walk away and come back and know that the mountain has been moved. Why? Because you got to strive for harmony. You got to understand that you were created a creator. But because so many of us are double-minded in our ways, it's hard to manifest out of our imagination what God has already given us. Because we're so double-minded. We believe everything everybody says. Man, if you're watching the new Faith is Always Now, come on, Derek. I see you. Oh, I am speaking. Believe that. The reason why so many of us are so conflicted right now is because we'll listen to every negative outlet, news outlet, TV outlet, friend outlet, cousin outlet, family outlet. We'll listen to all this negative talk. This negative talk is taking root inside of my I am. and I'm producing what's taking root in my I am. And see, we can never totally fulfill the total will of God and manifest what God has given us from the inside out as long as we're double-minded and we're unstable. I just broke bread right there. Speak to it and it should be moved. You got to speak to it. One mind, one heart, one spirit. You got to speak to it. When all three of those line up, ladies and gentlemen, boy, when all of that lines up is when you still, boy, let me keep going because I'll be going a whole nother place. You got to strive for harmony. Harmony is oneness with the God that created you. I'm finna break bread right now. You got to strive for harmony. Harmony is when everything about me lines up with what God is giving me to do. And matter of fact, in him I live, I move, and I have my being. So it's in line with what God wants to do through me. And I'm going to give you a good example. There was a lady that had an issue with blood. There was a lady, and she just couldn't stop bleeding. I don't know if she had an over a menstrual cycle or whatever it was. She had an issue of blood, and she just couldn't stop bleeding. And somebody said, what's up, Kennard? And somebody said, I see YouTubers in here strong tonight. And somebody told a lady with the issue of blood, they said, lady, or she heard that Jesus was going to be walking by. And she heard Jesus was going to be walking by. And she said to herself, she didn't say to the crowd. She didn't even say to Jesus. She said to herself, what says, I'm harmony with me. She said, if I can only touch the hem of his garment, I'm going to break bread right now. That's somebody with oneness. If she had to say it to herself, if I could only touch the hair on his head, because she was in oneness with herself, no matter what she said at that moment would have produced results. I am about to break bread. The reason why we lack a lot of the manifestation that we should have in our life is because we lack the harmony in order to fulfill it. I'll say today, I'll never be broke another day of my life. I get my paycheck on Friday and I speak to my paycheck. You ain't never enough. I'll be doggone if you need to delete lack from your mind. You need to delete lack from your being. You need to delete lack from everywhere around you. You got to separate as far as the east is from the west. Lack has no place in your life. The great I am lives and works through you. You got to awaken your I am. You got to awaken your I am. I ain't got on anything. You've been living in dogma. You got to see, I'm the motivational teacher to the masses, and I can go ahead and tell you about how hard you got to go in order to get there. I can go ahead and tell you just as good as anybody else about you gotta stay at work 4 hours after everybody. You gotta go 4 hours before everybody. I can do that. I'm the motivational teacher to the masses. I can sit here and tell you about how study stream of water can break concrete. I can sit here and tell you all those things. But ladies and gentlemen, until you believe with the unrelenting belief that you can have what God has placed on the inside of you, I don't care how hard you can go 120% in the wrong thing and you'll never manifest the right results. I just broke bread. There's too many of us that we've been living our life through what other people said about us, and we've yet to maximize what God has already given us on the inside. 5 ways to find harmony with you. I'm gonna give you 5 ways. How do I get that motivational teacher to the masses? I'm gonna tell you. Carrie, you got to delete lack. It can't come near me. I'm telling you, if you did not hear last Monday, I have been chosen. You got to go back and hear that, because that is supernatural life changing. I'm telling you, if you didn't hear it, like, it's hard to really get this one without that one, because you have been chosen before the foundation of the earth. You got to learn how to live in oneness. Strive for oneness. 5 ways to live in harmony with you. Number 1, don't live someone else's life. Don't live. All I see is abundance. Ryan, you just broke bread. Don't live someone else's life. There are too many of us that we've been told, whether positive or whether negative, growing up, what we were supposed to be doing, and now we're just trying to generate and manifest what they said. I remember my mom saying, you could go into politics, you could do this, you could do that, you could do that. Well, you know what? That ain't my lot in life. That's not what my lot is ended up being. I'm telling you, you got to strive for oneness. In order to strive for oneness, you got to become one with your I am. Who are you? Why did God create you? Why did your one sperm cell outrun 499 million other sperm cells, 999 other sperm cells to your mother's egg? Who are you? And see, most of us, we can't articulate what we want from the earth because I can't articulate who I am. Without understanding who you are, you can never articulate what you're supposed to be doing. I am the motivational teacher to the masses. As a result of my speaking, training, coaching, I help individuals manifest their human capital. Without me knowing who I am, I can't effectively tell you what I do. And see, it's too many of us out there right now that don't know who we are, so I can't say what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm tossed to and fro. I don't know, motivational teacher. I'm just going through life. I'm telling you, you got to spend some time with your I am. See, we're down with Marion, we're with Susan, we're with Mike, we're with John, we're with all these people, and these people can't help me discover me. I got to spend some time with my I am. Don't live someone else's life. Got to get out of that. Number one, that was number one of how to find harmony in your life. Number two, you got to have a growth mindset. You have to be willing to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Let me break bread. The challenge with most of us is, and we're talking about awaken your I am. When we were growing up, we learned something. And what we learned has driven us to the results that we have today. And as we make decisions from a place of what I learned. They said in the first 8 years, that 70% of what a child is going to be mentally, they learn inside of those first 8 years. So in those 8 years, we kind of already determined what the next 20 was going to look like because we learned from our environment. And see, the challenge for most of us, I know the people looking at me right now, y'all holler at your boy. I know the people looking at me right now, we want more out of life. And see, we tend to want to unlearn what we grew up. Yeah, I grew up, my family, we grew up in poverty, and poverty did at once grow up in me. But I had to unlearn poverty. Check your boy out now. I had to unlearn poverty by relearning prosperity. What? See, some of y'all didn't get that right there. Some of y'all didn't get that right there. Watch this now. I had to unlearn poverty and I had to relearn prosperity. Anthony, if you grew up in poverty, why did you have to relearn prosperity? I had to relearn it because, boy, can I go here? This ain't too deep, is it, y'all? Because when Adam was redeemed, God gave him everything he needed at that moment. And if I came, when he was redeemed, when Adam was redeemed, after Jesus came and I came through the lineage of Christ, I've already been given everything I needed. Before God has preordained me and sent me to this earth. If I've been preordained, I've been set apart. And I'm one with my I am. He's already given it to me and I got to relearn it. See, the proper context is you got to unlearn. If you unlearn something and you don't fill it with something you're learning, that unlearn just come right back. If you take out a tooth in your mouth, or you have a root canal and they pull that tooth out and you don't fill it with something, then you still will have toothaches or tooth problems right there in that same spot. Why? Because when you take something out, you got to put something back in. You got to fill that gap. And there's too many of us that beginning to pull stuff out and we're not putting the right stuff in. Then you know what else? Something else negative will sneak right into that same open spot. That's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be willing to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Relearn. Let the weak say what? I am strong. You're not learning it from the first time. You came from somewhere and you're going back to somewhere. You got to relearn it. What are you saying, motivational teacher? I'm saying it's been yours since the foundation of the earth. Don't make like it's brand new. You should act like it's already been there. Like I already got $1 million. I ain't got to see $1 million in order to know I got it. I just know I got it. Why? Because it connects with my oneness. I don't have to see it to know I have it. In order to have the masses, I don't have to see it to know I have it. I'm going to break bread right now. And a lot of you all, you're waiting to see it before you have it. But I'm saying you got to relearn it before you see it. And I say read because it's been given you before the foundation of the earth. You got to have that growth mindset. Number 3, you got to discover it. Whatever it is, it needs to be discovered. Whatever your greatness is, your gift will make room for you. Whatever that it is, it was meant to make room for you. You got to discover it. And once you discover it, you got to do it with passion. You got to do it with passion. See, that I'm the motivational teacher to the masses. I don't care if it's 400,000 eyes or 4 eyes looking at me. I'm bringing it with the same passion every time. Why? Because this is it for me. Boy, I broke bread right there. I broke bread right there. This is it for me. I got to mature it. And as I teach it, I am maturing it, and it will make room before great men for me. See, most of us got to find our it. If you're not working, God promised you one thing, that it will make room for you. He didn't say all those other things will make room for you. He said, seek ye first the kingdom, and all these other things will be added. And the kingdom's God where doing things are being right. If you ain't found out where you fit in the kingdom, it cannot make room for you. I just broke bread right there. I just broke bread right there. And some of us right now, we need to, like I said earlier, we need to sit down and discover it. What are these fingers meant to do on this earth? And whatever you come up with, don't think that it's too small. Don't think that it's too small. Colonel Sanders had 13 herbs and spices at the age of 65. And went to over 1,000 places at the age of 65 looking for KFC. All he did was fried chicken. He had 13 herbs and spices. That's all he had. And a few pieces of chicken in the back of his car. And he drove around the United States at the age of 65. All he did was fried chicken. That's all he did. The guy that does my lawn, all he does is cut grass every day. The guy got several commercials. The guy's a millionaire just by cutting grass. See, whatever. One of the brothers that my wife and I know started a daycare, got 9 daycares now. All he do is keep kids. Boatload of money. Why? Because he found out what it was. He found out what it was. What is your it? It was meant. I see you old chimed into this conversation. It was meant, and you have to do it. I see you. Oh, I preach the same as a church full or empty house. That's because that's your it. What's going on the outside don't determine what I do on the inside. Because you know why? That's your it. If you're looking for a crowd response, or if you're looking for somebody that to wave their hands for you, or if you're looking for all the good, ooh, I'll tell you how awesome you are, or you do that, it ain't your it. See, when you're doing it doesn't need a crowd to be manifested. Boy, I just broke bread. When you're doing it sends chills up and down your body. Why? Because it's the thing that you're supposed to be doing from the foundation of the earth. Before you came here on this earth, it was the thing that you were doing. I am about to break bread. And it is the thing that most of us run from the most because it requires the most faith to walk in your gift and your calling. I just broke bread. If you're running from your gift and you're running from your calling, I say right now, stop. You will always live in mediocrity. You will always live in average. You will always live a subpar life if you're not walking inside. You will always walk in lack if you're not doing what's on the inside of you. You got to awaken your I am, ladies and gentlemen. You have to awaken. What's up, Antoinette Marie? You have to awaken your I am. As long as your gift is dormant, your I am is limited. I just broke bread. It's limited, ladies and gentlemen. It is limited until you awaken your it. Your I am is limited. It's almost like Burning Fife without the badge. Yep. It's almost like Burning Fife. Who is Burning Fife in Mayberry without the badge? He's a little skinny, but you give Burning Fife that badge, Now everybody in the city listens to him, but if he don't have that badge, nobody listening to him. Who is Iron Man without the thing in the center of his chest? He's a regular person. Who is Batman without all his gadgets? He's just a normal person. It represents the light on Iron Man's chest. It represents all of Batman gadgets. That's where you are the most productive and yield the most. Psalm 30, Psalm 60, Psalm 100-fold. The person with the 100-fold is the person walking in it. I just broke bread. If I hang up right now, and if I press that end broadcast right now, you got enough stuff right now for you to go search out to change your life. You got enough stuff right now that in the midst of a coronavirus, you can prosper. Because, boy, should I say this? Because it was meant to, it has been on you since the foundation of earth. It doesn't care about the coronavirus. It doesn't care about GDP. It doesn't care about all these other things that are going on around it. Why? Because it is a separate, independent thing in itself. That your gifting, do you know it was more millionaires made during the Great Depression than any other period in life? During the Great Depression. Do you know that in the bottom of the market in 2008 was when Airbnb and Uber were started? In the midst, do you know Procter and Gamble was started in the midst of a down market? I'm telling you, got to remove yourself from this world and its system and allow it to make room for you. And right now is a time when your it was meant to shine. I'm telling you, man, you got to get out of this lukewarm living that Corona is here right now. I'm living it for the next 2 years. You better change your mindset and change your heart. I know I see my boy out here. You can grow your church in the midst of a pandemic. I see my sister. You can grow your business in the midst of a pandemic. I see the paparazzi out here. You can grow your jewelry business and have more recruits right now than ever before. Why? Because your I am draws that stuff to you. Not looking for lack. You got to be kidding me, man. I had a friend. I'm gonna tell the story. I had a friend a week ago who I ain't gonna tell his business. He put X amount of dollars in a stock. And then by Friday, that stock had multiplied 4 times. So if you put $10,000 in, now he's earned $40,000 on his 10. Why? Because he was looking for an opportunity in the midst of a pandemic. He was looking for an opportunity in the midst of a pandemic, and he grew his money by 4 times. My question to you is, are you looking for lack during a pandemic, or are you looking for prosperity and an opportunity? Because either one you're looking for will be attracted to you. It will be attracted to you. When preparation meets opportunity, then you will have good success. If you're prepared, then this is the reaping season. Ladies and gentlemen, it's every season of my life. Every season of my life is a reaping season. Motivation teach. Even when I'm sowing, I'm reaping, because I know what I put in got to come right back out. Number 4, do it with passion. Do it with passion. Do it with passion. Leave nothing on the table. Do it with passion. Do it wholeheartedly as unto the Lord. Leave nothing to be guessed. Leave nothing to be chance. If God come back for me, I want him to say, boy, he ain't gonna say servant. He gonna say, son, well done. I leave nothing on the doggone table. When you step out on the court, LeBron, leave nothing. It's too many of us. We go to work full. Number 1, we go to work half empty, and we come back half empty. I'm telling you right now, in this game called life, leave nothing on the table. Whatever you have, do it wholeheartedly as unto don't worry about the results right now. Don't worry about what people say. If they hated Jesus, so you know they're going to hate you. Don't worry about what people say about you. You do it wholeheartedly. When was the last time you threw your whole self at something? I'm going to break bread before this is over. When was the last time you gave your whole self to something? You said, man, I'm going to do this until it hurts. I'm going to do this until I ain't got no more to give. And then after I don't have any more to give, I am going to continue to stand. When was the last time you threw your total self at something? You got to awaken your I am. And awaken I am is the catalyst to you giving yourself to something that's going to give itself back to you. Boy, I'm breaking bread up in here tonight. If don't nobody take nothing on this text box tonight, I am breaking bread, but to nobody but me. I am breaking bread right now. You got to give your whole self to something. Stop giving 40% of yourself. Stop giving 60% of yourself. Stop giving 80% of yourself. 30 in equal 30 out. 60 in equals 60 out. 40 in equal 40 out. Whatever you give, that shall you also be given back to you. Stop giving. You're discounting, Martin Luther King would say, you are discounting yourself from economic prosperity when you only go in half speed. I just broke bread. And number 5, your physical and mental health. 5 ways to find harmony with you. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to tend to your physical and mental health. What do you mean, motivational teacher to the masses? You have to invest in your body and you have to invest in your mind. Those 2 things are catalysts to a strong I am. I need my body. I go to the gym. I went to the gym this morning. I need my body to be in shape so that I could bear the weight of the call. I need for my mind to be in shape because when I'm doing what I do, my mind has to be sharp. My mind has to be sharp so I can pop up with quotes. I can pop up with words. In order for me to do that, I have to take care of my body and I have to take care of my mind. Self-care is very important. A better Anthony makes a better father, makes a better husband, makes a better mentor, makes a better mentee, makes a better boss, makes a better man in the community. A healthy you makes your community better. That's why a lot of people put others before themselves, but I say you got to put your mental capacity and your physical health first, because that makes you better for everybody around you, ladies and gentlemen. That makes you better. Tonight, I talked about striving for harmony and awakening your I am. There is something so powerful about you. There's something so powerful about you. There's something, I'm telling you, man, like this is my prayer. God, draw people to me that are explosive. Draw people to me that they're looking to be, these are they that turn this world upside down. God, draw people to me that are radical about change. Draw people to me that want to just, I'm gonna use this word, that wants to dominate the day and it wants to dominate their life and wants to leave nothing. That every day I wake up, I'm looking for another way to rob the grave. I'm looking for another way to manifest greatness. And I said, God, draw these people to me. And you know, he said, boy, if I draw them to you, I'm going to lift them up. I'm telling you, the people drawn to me, you are a peculiar person. You are chosen, not just called. Called is a good thing, but chosen is a great thing. You have been chosen, but I need for you to start living out of that chosen mindset, that chosen heart. I need for you to start living out of, I'm going to throw my whole self at something. I need for you to start living out of that. I'm going to stop making excuses for not taking care of my body, going to the gym whether I'm walking. I'm going to stop making excuses about not going to get my nails done or going to get, or whatever you need to do to get your mind right. I'm going to make excuses. I'm going to stop making excuses about me not reading the ample amount of time. Every time somebody call me, I can't go. Every time somebody need me, I can't go. Why? Because I got to make sure that I'm strong for everybody around me. Because there is something explosive on the inside of me. And if I don't take care of this body, I won't die early. You can believe that my I am is too strong. I'm not dying early. My I am is too strong. And in order for me to manifest my I am, I got to take care of my body. I got to take care of my mind. I got to feed my spirit the right things, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, you're millimeters from breaking through that point to where you've never seen in your life. You are millimeters. You're millimeters from, you're so close to what you said you wanted in your life. No, not physically, but you're so close spiritually on the inside that you almost about to connect with it. Once you connect with it, it becomes, it's inevitable that it must be manifested. And I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, this is why I am the motivational teacher. This stuff, no motivational speaking. I'm be honest, a lot of this stuff, a lot of people that got national ministries that wrote multiple self-help books can't even give it to you like this. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, the only deficiency in your life is your I am. God has already given you everything you need already on the inside of you. And matter of fact, greater is he that's on the inside of you to connect you to it. Me and my Father are one. He's created me a little Lord and Elohim. He's given us all the clues, all the keys in order to manifest our own greatness. But ladies and gentlemen, it's going to cost you something. It is going to cost you. You got to throw your whole self at it. You got to throw your whole self at it. There's something right now that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, that's laid up for you right now in this earth. But you got to throw yourself at something. You got to give yourself to something wholeheartedly, and wholeheartedly, it will give itself back to you and it will manifest through you. Just gave you the keys to the kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. I gave you the keys to the doggone kingdom. And tomorrow night, I am going to be back on here tomorrow night. I will be talking about the characteristics of the chosen. I will challenge you all to go back and listen to last Monday's Chosen, the Awaken Your I Am, I Have Been Chosen. Go back and listen to that, because when I go tomorrow, it's going to be coming off the heels of that. And I'm going to talk about characteristics of the chosen. Hey, I popped on tonight just for the hungry. Normally I don't do Sunday nights, but I popped on just for the hungry. I said, man, like right now in this season, I got some stuff in me I got to get out. If not for y'all, it's for me, because I listen to it. I go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. I listen to it every morning. I'm in the gym usually about an hour and a half. My first 40 minutes is spent with this stuff right here. And I'm telling you, become one with your I am. Hey, I want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. If you haven't, please go to I see YouTube here in full effect tonight. If you have not, please go to my YouTube page and subscribe at Williams Inspires. Fresh bread coming on there. Don't miss out on any of this I am stuff. And thank you all for your comments. I see the people on here. I'm telling you, there's a great reward for your consistency. Watch what I tell you. And until next time, I am challenging you to wage war on mediocrity. I'm out.